But okay. Well, let me turn the air on because it is stinking hot. Okay, y'all, it's been a minute. Welcome to Cali's Homesteading with Poohbear. It's your girl Poohbear. And today, this is just a quick little chat. I know it's really been a minute. What's wrong? It's similar. They're close by, yeah. It's been a long time since I've been on a live. I feel like it's been probably, when I planted the seeds. That sun is in my face. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, is that Precious? Is that my sister, Precious? Precious, y'all. Precious, she's been doing big things in the world. Going to big places and exploring the world. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to really binge out on her channel and see everything that she did. Are you home? Not that I could read if you said you were. But it's all right though. I'm just happy that you got to have a whole bunch of fun. Gosh darn it. I have to pull over and I gotta get me a water. Oh, I guess we can drink the ones we have here. No, I wanted an ice cold water. That's what I was. Selena got me on that Jack in the Box water. Selena, my third daughter, she likes to go to Jack in the Box and order like a medium water because it's icy cold and it's free. And now I kind of been like, oh, it's so good, but I have water. I have a lot of water. So what's been going on with everybody? How have y'all been doing? It's been so real for me. It's been so real for me. We've been so busy. It's been a really busy 2 months for me. But yeah, please click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I am trying to come back on and do my lives and create my videos, do my contents. It's been so much going on right now that it's just been extremely busy. But I have been coming up with some ways to incorporate what I'm doing with recording so that I can share with you guys like what's been going on. One of the things is, see, like yesterday, I was so tired. I wasn't thinking right because we did, so let me rewind. Okay, so for the town that we live in, I am a part of the Chamber of Commerce. And so what I did is yesterday, we had one booth with multiple tables. We were introducing our church into the community, and it was really good. We got some numbers and stuff, but I also had a segment of my insurance. So I was letting people know that, hey, I'm an insurance lady in the neighborhood, and they would know that. And our small one that does life insurance and everything. And I'm about to start and different insurances so that I can offer, a lot to my community. But what wound up happening is, and we had a little booth, a little table where we had bought a lot of crayons and coloring books and picture books and little toys. They got like Play-Doh and Slinkies, and we had this like little treasure box. And then we went and got these donuts. So We were doing really good just giving people stuff because it was the health fair for our little town. And I got some numbers and I got to meet people who didn't know about our church or didn't know about, life insurance. And some people really thought that they were not able to get life insurance because of their health ailments. And I was like, that is not true. And I was just, letting them know that I could help them. So I have some numbers I'm going to have my girls call and set up appointments. And I'm happy you're back. I can see because the sun is being blocked now. Good. So, like, a lot just has been going on. Then, yesterday, after the health fair, we had to hurry up and get to LA because I had a speaking engagement that I was doing at a church. And then I wound up going all the way out there and everything. And it was such a blessing. Let me tell y'all. It was a blessing. When I say that God was talking to me and just revealing stuff to me, it was a phenomenal time. So I'm like, man, today, right now, I said, let me just hop on since we're driving and it's gonna be like 30 minutes before we get to our destination. Let me go on and see what's up with my folks and let y'all know we're doing really good. Oh, another thing that I did yesterday in the at the health fair was I showed people how to do the 5 gallon bucket. For those of you who remember last year in the MGI Grow 2022, I did my entry was that 5 gallon bucket where I showed, did I have like 18 different plants growing out of that bucket outside of the bucket, and then I had more growing on the inside. So I was showing them, I was doing a demonstration to show them that even if you live on, in an apartment and you don't even have a patio or a balcony, you could just put a little table to the window and just turn it periodically throughout the day so that your plants could get the sunlight that they needed and they could still, grow their own vegetables. And it was just baffling because a lot of people don't know that. Is that G Mama? Hey G Mama, how are you? So it's like I have just been just learning so much stuff. And so, okay, what was that last week? Last week when I was doing, I think I told you guys about the, what's it called? The swap meet that our town had. So, who are you saying hi to? Oh, okay. So we, our town had a swap meet, like down Highway 18. So we, it was like anybody that lives in our town could go out and sell your stuff, right? So I was like, well, bet I'm selling my skincare stuff. So we had, I don't know if we had soap out there, but we definitely had like the beard balm. We had body butters. I don't think we took any scrubs, but we had like body butters for women, and we had like hair grease for us because we be needing that nourishment and everything in our scalps. And so it was so cool because I met a lot of people, got some numbers. People were really impressed with my product. As a matter of fact, one of the women that she is not the census. Those people that come to you and ask you to sign their petitions because they're trying to get new things on the ballot or whatever. So she had asked me like, well, what could I do to help her skin? Like, what products did I have that could help her skin? And so I gave her a sample of one. And then that was last week. This week, when I saw her yesterday, she came up to me like, look, my skin is getting so clear and it feels so good and it's so smooth. And she was like, you see, can you tell the difference? Because I see the difference. And I was like, oh, yeah. That made me feel so good because I take pride in what I do. And I use really good organic, all natural products. I don't skim. A lot of my stuff is really expensive. Like I use tea tree oil, I use eucalyptus oil, but like I use argan oil on all of my products for the most part. And a lot of people on YouTube will be like, well, that's for the luxury. I'm like, no, that's for all of my clients. All of my products, excluding soap, but even in soap, but all of my skincare, body care, hair, they have at least 13 to 16 different ingredients. I use a lot of different oils. I use like kukui nut, like shea nut and shea butter, mango butter, avocado oil. I use a lot of different stuff and I make sure that my stuff is organic, all natural. I use extra virgin olive oil. Pretty soon though, I'm getting that press for the oil for the olives, and I'm gonna press my own olives and do whatever I got to do with them, and I'm gonna have my own olive oil. I can't wait for that. I'm getting my olives off my olive tree and do what I got to do. But it made me feel so good that she was benefiting from my sample. So she had my card. And so she's like, I'm going to be calling you this week. I get paid. And she's like, well, I want to start off with the $5 bottle. I was like, fine, no problem. Now, see, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people think that I'm crazy because I give nice size sample jars. My sample jars are about that big. And that's normally, okay, like the size of those little lip gloss that you see, the bigger one. That's what I fill up with, whether it's my body butter or it's the hair grease or it's a beard balm or whatever. My son told me not to say beard balm because he says like beer balm or whatever, or he's like a bong. I'm like, well, I'm not saying that. I don't talk like that. But he wants me to say, what did he tell me to say? Oh man, I can't think of the word he wanted me to use. But instead of saying bomb, BALM, he wants me to say it was something else. I have to think about it. But when I was at the swap meet last week, there's a lot of men that live where I live that have beards. And so they wanted to know the difference between like the butter versus the balm. And I was explaining to them the butter is just for nourishment, moisture, and everything so that your beard is not dry and brittle. And the balm is more so pomade, like a pomade. It's more so for like designing or, if you wanted to, how they like to braid it and do different things with their beards and everything. And so a lot of the men didn't understand that there were a lot of different things out there for them. And I told them, like, I even make a beard shampoo and everything. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I have a whipped shampoo for you. And so it's just so funny talking to the men that wear these beards and are not aware of the things that are out there for them. So I'm like, yeah, I can even make you, a bar, a soap bar, or I can make you a whipped cream. And they were like, well, what's the difference? And I was explaining to them, the shampoo bar will normally last a lot longer because it's solid. But I put a lot of the same stuff in both of them. And so then they're like intrigued. So it's like it's a lot going on. Like I have orders that I'm having to take care of, which is really good because the business is coming back. And I'm telling you guys, I'm kicking myself in the can because we originally started this business back in 2019. And then when things were not going good, I okay. I thought my car stopped, but it didn't. When things weren't going good in the country and everything, I was having a hard time getting supplies at one point. And then I had a client. I'm gonna tell you, in areas that you have to grow in because it could be very detrimental to your livelihood. I had one customer that kind of sort of complained about she didn't want white shea. She wanted the yellow shea. And I sent her white shea. And she was upset about it. And so then I told her, because she's like, well, I'll send it back to you. And I was like, no, don't send it back to me because I can't use it. Just go ahead and keep it. You can have it for free. I'll send you the yellow. And so what wound up happening is she fell in love with the white as well. I had to explain to her it's the exact same ingredients in both. The only difference is the shades, but they're both organic and everything. So once she wrapped her mind around that concept, she was good to go. And so it's just so funny to me because when I got that negative experience, it made me, can you check and see if am I buffering or anything? Am I good? I'm trying to see. I should have had my tablet on. Can you hear me? Precious, am I still there? Or G Mama, am I still there? Okay. And so what happened was, even though she fell in love with it, I wound up feeling insecure. And so I had slowed down. I was still making it, slowed down on it though. Then when my mom died, I gave up. I was just like, I'm done. And I don't even know why, because I was getting orders. Like I had customers. The business was doing good. Mecca and I had started making soap. If you guys go on to my officially Cecile's Descendants Instagram, you'll see back in back in 2019 and 20, we were making soaps and stuff. I was doing different events. I was meeting billionaires. I was doing good. And then that one negative situation just messed me up so bad that I gave up on my dream. And Earl would get on me like, why did you stop? Like you were doing so good. And he even came to me, okay, cool. He even came to me one day, we were talking about it, and he was like, man, I should be retired right now, laying up on a beach. And I was like, what? He was like, you have all these natural talents that God has given you, and you're just sitting on them. And I was like, dang. And I said, well, even if I was working my business, he said, I know I'd still be working. I'd be working in our business, helping, he said, but still, I'm just saying it's the fact that we could be living a completely different life because of the natural talents that you have. And, his whole thing has always been, he's my assistant. But I'm like, okay, so now things are going good. We're back to our business. We're back to selling our soaps. And I've been posting a little bit on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Probably tonight or tomorrow, I might make some videos to post on to YouTube because we're going to be making soap tonight. I'm probably going to be making some soap and some candles tonight. But it's funny. It's funny because once I made up my mind that I was going back to me, because I can't do driving like I used to. Y'all remember I was an Uber driver since y'all know me. That's what I was doing, driving, caretaking, back and forth to LA and everything. But that driving has really done a doozy on my body, on my wrists, both of them now. This one is hurting. I got to go back and get x-rays on this one now, but on my knee as well. And then y'all know I got the other messed up knee. So I had to come up with some ways because now I can't do the caregiving. If I do, it has to be local. And I can't do that long distance driving every day like I was from where I live to LA, that 2.5 to sometimes 3 hour drive. Can't do it on a daily basis. So I was like, okay, I can make the same money, if not more, if I go back to doing my own businesses. So my life insurance, number one, my life insurance, and then my skincare line. So I'm getting back. I don't know if you guys know my little brother Alonzo, Alonzo, the insurance guy. He is. He's been very patient with me because I kind of fell off the map. But I'm like, nope, it's time to get back to getting. I had to figure my life out. You know, sometimes it's okay to take a minute and back up for a second to figure out what is your next step. Like, what are you going to do? And how are you going to get it done? And that's kind of like where I was. I was trying to figure myself out, you know, but now I got it. Being self-sufficient and independent because there's land that I need to buy. There's some land I got my eye on, and I am going to bust my hump to get that land. It's like a couple of parcels that I'm looking at, and one is like 10 acres, another one is like 25 acres, and it's not expensive. One is like, I want to say 19,000, and you don't have to pay for it all at once, like all up front. But I would love to put at least like 30 to maybe 50% down. So I'm really looking at that, you know, because like they've always said that at the end of the day, they're not making any more land. They're just not. And you don't know what's going on, but it was always, always my dream. When Earl and I first got married, we used to tell our moms and my Aunt Michelle that what we were going to do is we were going to buy a lot of property so that we could have our family with us. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure, like my mom's not here, so I can't honor her in that way. But my mother-in-law, we may not be besties, but I love her. She's my mother-in-law. She gave me my husband who gave me my kids. It is what it is. But I want to make sure that when she gets older, that I can look after her. And my Aunt Michelle, same thing. So what I want to do, because we had always said we were going to get like 20 to 100 acres of land, and my mother-in-law could be all the way over there. My mom could be all the way over there. My Aunt Michelle could be close to me. We're going to go to the pumpkin patch, I think, tomorrow, Mecca. Mecca's like, the pumpkin patch. We're going. But, and then I wanted to have it to where I could give each of my kids like 5 acres of land. Now, when we talked about this, we didn't even have kids. Now we have 6. And now we have God kids. So we have to make sure that when we are thinking about what we need, what we're trying to acquire, it's not just for our 6, it's also for our God kids and nieces and nephews, because you never know, with us being the oldest, if anything could ever happen to our nieces and nephews and we have to take over, or our God kids and we have to take over. So when we are taking everything into consideration, we always incorporate the extra children, because if anything happens, we know that they're coming to us. And it's not a problem. We wouldn't have accepted the task if it was an issue. You know, Alana loves the kids. Y'all know Poohbear loves the kids. So that's what we have been really looking into. So we've been looking at purchasing land in a few different states. So we'll see how all have. Oh, we need to get over here. We might have to get land in a couple different states, and that's not a problem because we can have it and do what we're gonna do later on. I haven't left them anything. I want that. So yeah, we have our house and everything, but that's 1.6 acres of land. It's not a lot of land for them, but we might be on land adventure in a minute. Can do it. Ideal. I would love to just purchase them out. You know, but I'm going to jump on it. Fantastic. It's better than what we have, but and so if we or not leave you guys, but give to you guys while we're still alive. Hmm? I'm saying the one is fine. Mega thinks one is fine. Well, you know what? But see, it all depends on what type of land it is because if we're all at the same place, all on the same land, everybody can pick their little area and do it like that. That's what I'm thinking. All right, go get your fabric. I'm gonna sit here and talk to my folks. You think you need my help? Let me know if you do. So, yeah. So, the way I'm looking at it and the way I have it drawn out, it's like 2.5 to 3 acres for Earl over here. Jeremiah all the way on the other side. Selena not too close to little Earl. Probably put Mecca in. They closed at 6 o'clock. What time did they close? 6. So y'all, Mecca might beat me up. If something happened to me, no Mecca did it, okay? Because she asked me this morning. No. It wasn't even this morning. It was a few days ago. If I would bring her to Joanne's Linen on Sunday. And I told her yes. Oh, see, they just did the same thing. And I have been so tired. I wanted today to be my rest day. But I had told her I would bring her. So it took me a long time for me to get myself together. And then when I finally got in the car, we drove all the way over here and they're closed. So I'm going to bring her first thing in the morning. And that just sucks, but it's life. But yeah, I just enough land so that I don't have to be concerned with what is going on for my grands and my great grands. Now, although I don't have a grand or anything, I have no grandkids. To my knowledge, no potential grandkids. But I always have to think about that right now while I'm still able to, So, yeah, I want to get, like, if we were to get 20 acres of land, that's enough to give each child to, and still get a nice little area for my mother-in-law. What I would like to do for my mother-in-law is get her like a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, single wide. So tired. I should have brought my mobile hotspot with me, but I forgot it. It's in my bathroom charging. Because like, hey, and I'm about to get some good chicken strips. And the funny thing about it is, well, you know what? But Dad is cooking chicken tonight. Earl is cooking dinner tonight. So, oh no. I'll get a kid's meal. Don't sleep on the kids' meals. I'm telling y'all. Kids' meals give you more than enough. They give you more than enough. And I'm going to tell you, if you are a person like me that is working on their weight, but you don't want to necessarily deprive yourself of food, eating off of the kids' menu is the best thing. I'm telling y'all, I eat whatever I want for the most part with in a really small portion. And it's enough. I get full. So I'm like, let me say it again. We all know that in the United States, portions are bigger than other countries. So our portions for children are probably what the portion size should be for the average adult. What I've learned is as I eat off of the children's menu, I get full. I'm cool. But in 2003, I had the gastric bypass. So it got counteracted because I got pregnant shortly after, but I still have a small stomach pouch. So I can't eat that much. So eating off of the kids' menu is more than enough. Sometimes I can't even finish that. So it's for me. But that's been one of the things that's helping me reduce. I have to have 4 breakfast tacos. One and a half is more than enough. I'm super full off of an egg taco. It's crazy, but it's true. But when I get home, I'm gonna do a quick little video to show you guys the few trays of things that I had planted. They are really doing good. To the fact that yesterday when I went to the health fair, what I was showing them when I was putting the plants into the 5 gallon bucket into all those little holes, I was using the stuff out of my 72 cell tray that you guys we just planted that like a week and a half ago. Yeah, because I had COVID at the time. I had that thing at the time. Whatever. I'm not monetized. I had that at the time. So I was like, these things are growing really good. I have so many sprouts. And another thing is, hi. Uh, is that the mom? Yeah. So what I was learning was that the people in the community have been having their butts served to them too in this garden, trying to figure out how to grow stuff out in this high desert. So I told you guys, we are starting a community garden. And one of my big brothers, micro farmer, sent me a box full. He sent me 35 packets of seeds. Micro sent me 35 packets of seeds. And I haven't had a chance to do like a video or anything, but hey, no time like the present. He sent me 35 packets of seeds for whatever I want to do, but basically for the community garden. That was his donation. I was like floored. I thought he was going to send, like maybe 10 packets or whatever. 35. Homer sent me 35. What? Raising Cane's is expensive. Meg was like, I didn't expect it to cost that much. Oh yeah, no, they're expensive. That's why you don't eat here that often. Bye, Precious. I'm about to get off in a minute anyway. I think I might be like Big Brother Led, though, he's always going to be 2 ticks and then they turn into 100. But, that's what happens when you're like us, we're talkative people. Hmm? Hmm? North Dakota, 2008. How were your license plates 2008 and you're driving? Okay. Mecca's pointing out the car in front of us. Their license plate say North Dakota, and the tag says 2008. I don't know. I can't. Oh yeah, it came a week ago. Yes, they are awesome. 2 to 3 times a year, right? I'm telling you. Um, we have been so busy the past month that we have been pretty much buying breakfast every day. And so I was just like, no, we can't keep doing that. Not a problem. Yeah, see, just get a kids combo like me. Hi. I would like to get a kids combo. And then what's the drink? What are your choices?
We have Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, root beer, and Arnold Palmer, or soda.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer?
Hmm. And then can I have a cup of ice water?
Ice water.
Would you say you want the same thing? The box combo. You want, oh, and she wants a box combo.
Box combo. Okay.
And what are you drinking? With the high C light ice. Both of them light ice. Thank you. What's the biggest ice water you can get that's free?
It's like a 16 ounce.
Can I get that?
Yep.
Thank you. See, let me tell y'all something. When you're driving and I'm live on YouTube. I'm sorry. When you're driving and you want water, is that it? Are we good?
No, not yet.
Okay. Do I pay here?
Is it cash or card?
Card.
Yeah, I'll take payment here. Okay. May I get a name for the order?
Poohbear.
Poohbear. Got it.
With an H.
Without the H.
Yeah. Now, let me. Is it with the H or without the H? No, with the H.
Any ketchup or hot sauce?
Yes, I would like ketchup.
Got it.
And do they give you the signature sauce, or can I get ranch?
We don't have ranch, but they both bring one cane sauce.
Okay.
So I have a kids meal combo with an Arnold Palmer Easy Ice and then a free water, a box combo with a high C Easy Ice, another free water, and ketchup.
Yes.
Alrighty, it'll be $19.40.
$20.
Tap or no tap?
Oh, no tap.
Tap. Alright, you guys are all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so my meal was $6.49. Hers was $11.59. That's why you see. That's another thing. Eat off the kids' menu. Save some money. But in all fairness, eat off the kids' menu. That's one meal. Eat off the regular menu. You can eat a couple of times. So you should have breakfast. But back to what I was saying. We were just like, it doesn't make any sense if we're buying all these groceries and then still eating out every day. So I made a decision that we're not doing breakfast in the morning. And what it is when they get off of work in the morning, we are over an hour away from the house. So when they get off of work, they want to eat breakfast. They don't want to wait to get home for us to cook breakfast and everything. They're hungry. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of a solution because we can't keep going on like this. Wait, you told Precious to get well. What's wrong with Precious? I got to call her. She just got back from her trip, so I got to make sure she's doing good. She was over in Ghana. I hope she's just like maybe got the sniffles or something. I have to pray for her. But yeah, I'm just like trying to come up with ways to save my money and make sure that everything and everybody's taken care of. So with doing my business, anytime you open up a business, there's going to be upfront costs. Now, one of the great things is most of the stuff I already had from when we had the business before, but I did have to buy some more things like definitely had to get some more butter and stuff like that, newer stuff. But I still had a 25-pound box of shea butter that had never been opened or anything. It was totally fine because the shelf life is really good as long as you keep stuff in a dark closet, dry closet, and everything. But I had to get a heat gun because we shrink wrap our soaps and stuff, and even to put around the jars so that people will know that it hasn't been opened. What else did we buy? Oh, I just got myself a melting pot, and what it is like normally for candle wax, so that you can have the wax already melted, and it just makes your job so much easier because the whole time, I tell y'all, when I first started out, what I would do is I would take the big, what's it called? The full size metal pan that you like barbecue in or whatever. I would take that and I'll put it in a double boiler with water under it, and then I would heat it up with the tea lights. And that's how I originally started because I was so afraid of melting or burning my butters and my oils that's what I would do. And then, I started learning better, how to, really do it and stuff. And so then I would go over the stove in a big pot. And so when we started back, I was just using my what is it, sterling silver, I think, or aluminum, whatever it is. But I'm still double boiling. Well, dang, do you have to be that loud? But double boiling takes a lot of time because the containers, the picture, hi, Poohbear. Okay, the pitcher is like 4 pounds, so it's about that big. And so when you're putting all your oils and your butters and stuff, and I use beeswax and all that stuff, you thank you. You have to, you too. You have to melt that stuff down. Oh, she gave us 2 waters. Okay, you have to melt that stuff down, and then once you put it into, whatever you're doing, if you're making it into body butter, if you're making it into a balm or hair grease or whatever, once you put it into those vessels, the containers, guess what? You got to start that process all over again. And I ain't gonna lie, it's tedious. It's tedious because you got to measure stuff out over and over again, and you got to wait for it to melt, and then it's tedious. So I do like some of them go up to like 10 pounds, or no, not even 10 pounds. It's more than that. It's like 10 quarts. But I'm going to be getting the big one because I need one for a one for huh? I'm going to Walmart. Oh shoot. At Walmart. I might as well go to this Walmart. I still have my mindset on going to Victorville, but we can just do Hesperia. We're right here in Hesperia. Might as well go to the one in Hesperia. Doesn't that make sense? Like I got all that gas in the world. But it's like now I can put everything that I need. I melt it all down and it stays warm as long as it's plugged in. So I don't have to be really quick because see that's the thing when you're making candles or when you're making butters and stuff, it solidifies really quick. So leaving it inside of the warmer gives me more time to do what I need to do. So that's really helping my business, you know. It's probably saving me about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. So that's really incredible. And right now we're really trying to get, the candles together. So it's like a rabbit hole. Once you start doing one thing and then you start seeing other things, now you want to do that because, okay, when we first started off, I only made a grease. From the grease became the body butters. From the body butters became the scrubs and my daughters were, we all wear braids. So I was like, my daughter has eczema in her scalp and everything. So I made a ointment, not an ointment, an oil to put on the scalp in the roll-ons and everything. And then from that came an ointment that I made. And then the soap started venturing off into soap. And so I wanted to do candles years ago when Little Earl is 25. Years ago when he was a baby, I used to go to a crafting program and we used to make candles and stuff. That was 24 years ago. I don't even think he was a year, but those were things that I was always enjoying. Love to create stuff. I'm left hand, so I love to create stuff. So years go by and I'm like watching these candles and I'm being made and I'm like, I want to do that. So I got me a little kit. Like, okay, I'm going to try my little kit and see, what's what. And I fell completely and utterly in love with candle making. So now we have all these different candle molds. So it's not just your typical candles in a jar. We have molds and different designs and all this stuff that we're doing. It's just a lot of creativity, which I adore. And so then it was like, okay, well, we need to sell the holders for candles that are not in jars. So I was online and I was looking and I'm like, they're really expensive. And I don't know if you guys remember when I went to the farmer's market that I'm going to be selling my stuff out of a few months ago. No, that was over a year ago. Yeah, that was over a year ago. And the lady, if you remember, I was saying how and she sells her candles and everything. And the lady was like, well, I make my vessels. And I was like, you make these? And she was like, yeah, I make them. And that's when I was like, y'all, she's even better than me because she makes her own candle holders, her own vessels. So I started looking into that, looking into how do you make the cement molds or it's you can use cement or concrete or clay and everything. So I think it's either tomorrow or Tuesday. I got to look on the calendar. there's a lady in town by where we live that has her own clay place where you can go and make your own clay jars and everything. So we're going to take her class. It's like $10 a person, and you get this bag of material, the raw material, so you can make whatever you want to make. So me and the girls are going to go do that. I think it is tomorrow that we go. So I'm like, I'm learning all of this stuff, and I'm learning how to incorporate the fragrances right. And you have to legit, even though it's soy or beeswax or paraffin or coconut, whatever whatever wax that you're going to use, you have to weigh out fragrance, because what can happen is there's two things. It's called a cold throw or a hot throw. And the cold throw is when you walk around and you smell it. These are things that I've just learned, right? You smell the candle and it's not lit. And okay, it smells good. But we all have been there when we could smell that candle, it smells so good, but when you light it, it smells like nothing. Or it doesn't really smell like nothing, but when you light it, it smells really good. So trying to figure out how to make your candle smell good. Hi, Yankee sister. What's going on? So trying to get that ratio good, and figure out like, well, what wax works best, what smells, what's eco-friendly, all of these things. So what I'm coming up with right now is I'm making my own blend. I use a little bit of beeswax with a lot of paraffin, because paraffin holds scent, cold or hot, best. But then soy makes it creamy. And so I've been playing around with that, trying to perfect what's going to be best for me. Then you have to figure out wicks. It's so many different levels to this. So when I'm watching these people that are like, oh, I just went and took $100 and I just bought a container with some candles and bought a fragrance and bought some wax and just started a business, I'm going, maybe that worked for you. But the first candles that we made, it was hard to get the wick centered. They smell amazing. But getting the wick centered, it was like I got the little sticky things that you put on to put in center to make sure it's like double-sided sticky tape, the little round dots. It started off like that, but by the time the candle solidified, you got candles doing like the corkscrew, like the gangster lean, all kinds of stuff. It's been a hot mess, but we are getting a lot better. So I haven't displayed them yet because they're not to my satisfaction just yet. When you start doing things yourself, it gets, oh, it's totally addictive. I have an addictive personality. Like, I can't just have one chicken. I gotta have 100 chickens. I can't just have one child. I have 6 children, and then I have a lot of extra children. You know, that's just me. That's just me. I I don't want just a little bit of something. Like if I'm into it, I'm into it. And so it's like I've been learning all these different recipes on soap making using pumpkin and bananas and avocados and like Black's Tropical just did a banana and avocado soap, and it looks amazing. I bet it smells phenomenal. I haven't tried the fruit yet though. I've just been using my organic stuff that I had, my butters and goat's milk and stuff like that. And so it's been a trip, but y'all just give me a minute and I'm gonna be posting a whole lot of videos of what we're doing on the homestead. We have stuff that we're finally just about ready to build. The pigs are doing good. I'm hoping that honey girl gets pregnant soon so we can have some piglets. Yeah, we started back with our gardening, so pretty soon it's going to be time to put the stuff in the trays into the ground. Everything is doing good. I've been showing y'all the turkeys. The turkeys are doing good. We are doing pretty daggone good. So now it's just working on the business. I'm going to be starting back to doing, that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing is my bulk cooking so that we have things together. If you guys remember back in the day, I used to take you guys in the kitchen and I would cook a bunch of meals at one time and have my meal preps done. I'm going to be starting back into that because I feel like that will help us save a lot of money. Because when they get off of work and they're hungry, if I could have something readily available for them, like they could take their food, go inside the job, warm it up, and then come and, eat it on the way home or whatever. That would save us a boatload of money. So I'm probably within the next couple of days going to be making at least, I'm going to do some meal prepping for breakfast. So a while ago, Michael Farmer and I, we did the breakfast sausages. No, what were they, like the McMuffins? And he did his version and I did my version and everything. But I'm gonna get back to, it's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get back to cooking in the on the pit in the backyard. Now that it's not so hot, I can handle being out there. So yeah, we're gonna be cooking in the backyard again. And I don't know if you guys have seen Lead Farmers 73's video with the Jiffy Pop popcorn, but I'm about to go into Walmart right now. I'm about to get my Jiffy Pop because we're going to be in our backyard popping our popcorn. Probably not today, but I think Earl said we're going to be camping in the backyard this week. So when we camp in the backyard this week, we are going to be popping our popcorn. Absolutely. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to let y'all go so I can run inside Walmart because we have church in an hour. So I got to hurry up. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Cali's Homesteading with Poohbear. Remember, I'm your girl Poohbear. God loves you. You better love you. And not just love you, but I want you to like yourself too. Because I do. All right. Bye-bye for now.